Good morning. Welcome to my SilverSneakers Flex chair yoga class. I'm Olivia. Let's get started. Okay, sit up against the back of the seat, if you will, please. Snuggle into that nice, soft, cushy chair if you have one at home. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Oh Lord, ready me for this new day. Close your eyes. Come to stillness. You've had lots of activity and chatter right now. You had a hard time quieting you down. So as you come to stillness, notice a shift from all that activity, chatter, to just really stillness. Once the body comes still, the mind will follow as well. Remembering that the mind thrives on stillness, and the body thrives on movement. And that part will come soon enough. But for right now, take a couple of deep breaths in. You're going to oxygenate your cells, your tissues, ready them for the work. These deep breaths bring us back to harmony and balance in our body. Helps us respond instead of react. Today, let us set an intention for class. So maybe drop your chin towards your chest, hands to your heart. What brought you here? What do you hope to get out of it? What do you need to pray for? One word, one phrase. All right. Eyes open. Let's begin. Move out to the edge of your seat and come into our seated mountain pose. Come on. Oh, my hair clip. So, seated mountain pose. Let's roll forward and back on the sit bones there. All right, just a little bit. And then you find where the front of them is and the back of them are. Is that right English? I'm not sure. And then find the very tip of your sit bones. Let the shoulders release away from your ears. A little tuck in the chin gets the neck in that little bit of a stretch position, but as long as you can possibly be. And then I'm going to release the arms down to the side, reaching the fingers downward towards the ground, almost like you're dripping water off of them there. Maybe close your eyes once again. Draw that navel in towards your spine. Lift the heart a bit. And feel you're grounded. Notice the toes in your shoes are on the earth. Pressing downward. All right, eyes open, soft gaze. Bring the fingers up to the shoulders. And I'm just going to take a little shoulder roll around. Now, you can keep the elbows low. Take them a little higher, whatever feels good to you here. So at any time you find what feels good to you, because this is your workout. And if you need to rest at any time, sit still. If you need to sit there and breathe the whole time, that's okay too for me. All right, let's bring the elbows together. Drop the chin and bring the elbows towards the back, but diagonal. Little lift in the heart, little stretch in the chest and work in the back. Coming in. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, tuck the chin. And one more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale. All right, release the hands down. One hand on that thigh muscle. We're going to reach up and come right down. So we begin to get a little side stretch in. If reaching, keeping the hand on the head feels better, by all means, just do that. Okay. And again, reach. A little side to side. And again. All right, hands together at the heart here. I'm going to clasp them. I'm not going to take them all the way down because I'm going to stretch the knuckles forward, scoop the belly, And then inhale, come back, hands on the rib cage. You're still sitting on the tip of the sit bones, elbows back, lift the heart. Exhale, scoop the belly, press forward. Should be a great stretch across the back. And then inhale, draw the elbows back and down a little bit. And again. Movement in the spine, a little cat and cow. We're keeping it easy, just really in the upper body still. And one more time. And back. All right, left hand on. Circle that right arm around. And now I want you to look to the back, and then I'm going to bring it back to the front. So it's really a semicircle. Reaching back. Coming forward. Turn that torso with it. Follow your gaze. Follow your hand with your eyes. Yeah, one more time. All right, come back and then reach over. A little bit of a stretch. And pull back. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach right over that left knee. And come back. One more time. Reach right over the left knee. I'm supporting myself right here on that leg. And then we switch to the other side. Going back. And again, if this is too much, please feel free just to use the arm or the shoulder, not the hand completely. That's okay. Just mind your breath here. One more time. And back. Okay, so now we're going to reach out forward over that right knee and come right back. And again, belly in as you do this. You want to feel a nice stretch down the side and the back. Reach forward and back. One more time. Reach forward and back. Cross the arms over. I'm going to grab hold of my knees. I'm going to try to open the knees, but squeeze in with my hands. Breathe deep. Reaching back, hinge forward. Now from this position, let's come up into goalpost arms here. So I'm hinging forward just a little bit. A little pulse, my elbows up and back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's enough. Circle sweep all the way up. Turn to the right, let the arms float down. Now look over the right shoulder. Notice that you are nice and tall, so nothing is falling off here. All right, you want to stay nice and square on the sit bones. That spine is nice and straight, and I've just turned my chin. Drop the chin down towards the collarbone. Trace your collarbone. Come up looking over the left shoulder. Back to the front, deep breath. Forward fold. Little tuck in your chin. Inhale, we're going to halfway rise. I'm going to come to goalpost arms and take that pulse again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle sweep. Turn to the left. Let the arms float down. Nice and tall on the sit bones. Feet right underneath you so the knees have not turned at all. And then turn the gaze over that left shoulder. Drop your chin down towards your chest and trace that collarbone. Come up looking over the right. Nice. Back to the front. Both hands on the back of the chair. I'm going to slide the right foot out. Little wiggle in the toes. And that toes come right to the ceiling. All right. Bring that knee in. Extend it out. And then again, I'm going to use my chair to hold on here, a little bit tight so I can sit up nice and tall. And again. All right, last one. Now I'm going to grab hold of that knee and take it out to the side. And I'm going to circle inward this time with it. Try to sit up nice and tall. Head over heart over pelvis. Yeah, nice. All right, out to the side. Open up. And then come on back in. Let it just drop to the ground. Oh, like that. Wiggle the toes. I'm going to hold on to the seat. It's going to remind me to sit up nice and tall. Toes to the ceiling. Get yourself a nice little calf stretch. Never miss an opportunity to stretch your calf. Seriously. It's what I'm struggling with. And again. In and out. Try to sit up nice and tall. And if that means it has to be a little bit lower, that's fine. Navel pulled in towards your spine. Nice and tall. Beautiful. Nice work. One more time. Okay. It's going to come in. I'm going to grab hold. And then I'm just going to draw a circle right in front with my kneecap. Holding nice and tall, nice and still. Head over heart over pelvis. Beautiful. And here we go. Out to the side. A little counterbalance from this arm. Nice and tall. Come right back in. And just let it drop. Forward fold. Little tuck in your chin here. And then we're going to halfway rise. Heart comes forward. Circle sweep, rise all the way up. Clap your hands. Nice. And then over to one side. And they can be bent. They can be in front of your head. That's fine. Over to the other side. Very nice. Circle them down. All right, get yourself out to the edge of the seat, feet underneath you. We're going to stand up. You can use the hands on your reach to the ceiling here, whatever you need to get up. Navel in towards the spine. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale. Here we go. All the way up. Reach to the ceiling if you can. We're going to forward fold. Take this halfway rise. You look at that little small child right there. Circle sweep all the way up. Deep breath in. Okay. We're going to take a couple of squats. Okay? So that chair is behind you. I'm not going to ask you to sit on it this time. If you want to, that's okay. We're just going to come into chair pose, all right? So deep breath in. Exhale. Hips go back. Rise right back up. What I want you to notice does tend to happen is the knees start to kind of do this. Yeah. So keep the knees tracking right over the toes. You can always see your toes. Come right back up. Again. Mind your breath. Don't hold it. Very nice. Watching knees. Being sure they don't buckle in. And again. We're going to hold this one. So wherever you can go and hold, do so. Breathing deep. One more breath. We're going to rise up slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming into mountain pose. Line the heels up with the sit bones. For me, they had to come in just a little bit there. Draw that tailbone downward, a little micro bend in the knees there. And then the belly's pulled in, pelvic floor is lifted, the chest lifts, the chin tucks ever so slightly. All right? And then maybe close your eyes for a moment. If you are going to lose balance, by all means, keep them open, but just maybe a slow blink. All right, eyes open. Now remember, everything we do starts with this mountain pose. So as we come into a posture, think, am I in mountain pose, or am I just here? So always think, opening the heart in every posture, all right? Nice deep breath in. Let's circle the arms down. Wiggle your fingers. And get around to the back of the chair. Have a drink of water. We'll get started. All right, so just to be sure we've got room back here for everybody. And it looks like who's behind you? Oh, good, nobody's in that seat. Great. We're going to come back to downward facing dog. Phil, I think you're going to have to move up there a little bit. So would you move up just a little bit, Sharon, for him? Thank you. Thank you. Everybody's got to have room. Are we good back here? I wasn't yelling at you. You have room for downward facing dog? That's all I'm checking on. And how about you, Beth? We can move those things out of the way there. Okay. Okay. So just a little movement, whatever feels good to you. Maybe bend one knee, bend the other, push the hips over one way, scoop the belly a little round in the back, and then maybe turn the tailbone towards the back. Well, whatever you need, come into a little movement, a little good stretch. And then we'll take the gaze over the chair so we get this little baby back bend. And we're going to walk into the chair, coming into mountain pose again. So heels underneath the sit bones. Tailbone drawing to the ground. Chest is lifted. Yeah, deep breath in. And bring the hands back to the heart. Okay, transfer the weight over to the right foot. And I'm just going to leave let the left heel leave the earth here a little bit. Yeah, so still mountain pose, but a little shift in the weight. And then I'm going to let my foot leave the earth. Maybe keep the big toe on the ground. Maybe put the knee into the chair right here. Whatever you need here. Even fingertips on the chair is just fine. Still in mountain pose. So we haven't shifted over. All right, hinge at the hip. Shoot that foot back. Toe ball heel goes down. And you know what? I'm going to turn my toes to the front. My front knee is over the ankle. It's like I'm pushing the grocery cart or the lawnmower or something. So both toes are going to face straight ahead. And that knee's over the ankle, back leg is straight. Try to pull away and get that body upright. I'm going to reach back and circle forward. Reach back and circle forward. One more time and circle forward. Now, swing it underneath you and rise back up. And again. One more time. And rise back up. Now, we're going to work the back a little bit. I'm going to come forward. So I've got a long line from my fingertip to the heel. And then I'm going to pull back, elbow comes back, ribs, knuckles come to the ribs. Shoot that forward, hinge forward. Maybe get the arm up by the face. Coming back. So a little stretch in this hip flexor here. shoot forward, and back. One more time. And rise all the way up. Now I'm going to turn that back heel out, or back toe out just a little bit and come up into warrior one. So, you can't see that here. I've turned my back toe around, or back toe out just a little bit and rise up into warrior one. Beautiful. Lovely. Elbows are bent. This lovely, lovely gold post arms really encourages that great posture. Then I'm going to bring my right arm in, and I'm going to bring my left arm closer to me, squeezing the knuckles together. Lift the elbows off of the chest if you can. You're going to look right beyond the wrist right there. Eagle arms. Deep breath in. We circle sweep. Okay, arms come back up. We stand up, bring our feet together. Slide right back in, hands to the heart. We're going to come to the other side. So let that right heel leave the earth. Little shift in the weight, but try to stay centered. Okay, and then maybe we'll let that foot leave the earth. Keep the toe on the ground, maybe towards the chair, and then we hinge at the hip and shoot it way back. Both toes facing straight ahead. Knee comes over the ankle, back leg is straight. All right, hand on the chair. We're going to circle that arm back. I can't remember, did we bring it down? I don't know. And again. Look with it. Turn to the left wall. One more time. Okay, for here, we're going to swing it down. Come right back up. And again. Right back up. One more time. And right back up. All right, so now we're going to work the back. We're going to hinge forward. Now, this is fine. You can get it up depending on the range of motion around your shoulder. Come up high. And then here we go. Pull back on the elbow. Shoot it forward. Up high if you can. Straight line from the fingertip to the heel and back. Again, two more. Last one. And back. All right, I'm going to rise into that warrior one. So I'm going to turn that right toe out to the right diagonal. Nice and tall. Beautiful. Elbows back. Yeah. Pressing the elbows back in these goal post arms. And then I'm going to bring the left arm in. I'm going to bring the right arm closer to me. Press the knuckles. Draw the elbows in, and the arms are off of the chest. Yeah. Breathing into the back ribs. All right. Circle sweep the arms. Rise right back up. Deep breath in. And hands together. All right. Back to downward facing dog. Stepping back. Splay the fingers out if you don't need to put a grip on the chair. I'm going to press the heel of my hands into the chair. Turn the tailbone right to the back wall and hollow your belly. Breathing deep. One more breath. All right. Take the gaze over the chair. Take a little baby step in towards the chair. We'll take a little cat and cow right here. So inhale, eyes up, heart forward. Exhale, soften the knees. Let that tailbone roll underneath you and look towards the thigh muscles. Again, come right back up. Inhale, eyes up, heart forward. Exhale, soften the knees, tuck the tailbone. Is that me or you? What's going on? Because it sounds like my music too. That's so interesting. And down. One more time. And round. All right, step in on the right foot. Slide that left foot out behind you and turn the toe to the left wall, and we're going to windmill the arms and come into warrior two. So you really have to listen instead of watch. Everybody is looking this way, all right, to the left wall. You're going to reach that right hand over the chair. So it's on the chair, reach it over the chair. Look to the left wall. Now look to your back hand for a moment. Notice, is that arm parallel? If it's not, and you are able to get it parallel, then do that. Otherwise, it can drop down or rest on your hip. Now drop the chin, trace your collarbone, right, looking down towards your belly, no judgment, and then over the right fingers, the two-piece fingers in front there. Let's come into reverse warrior. Turn the palm to the ceiling and lift. Now, should you need that hand for balance, get it on the chair, just lift the heart. Too much on the arm, go ahead and drop the arm to the chair. It's just fine. Breathing deep. All right, both hands, windmill around. I'm going to lift that back heel, and then I'm going to peel my right arm up. So I am up on my back toe, my heel is up in the back, twisted lunge. Both hands come to the chair, back to downward facing dog. Take that deep breath in, exhale, open your mouth, let go, get rid of it. Maybe a little sigh. All right, take the gaze over the chair. You're going to step in on the left foot and back on the right. Turn that right toe to the right wall. Windmill that right arm around. Now take a look. This front knee is over the ankle and the back leg is straight, and everybody's looking this way. Okay? If you're on the side, you got to pay attention. Unless you're right here, everything's a little different, right? Okay, so here we are. I'm holding on to the chair first. Turn your gaze to look to the back hand. If it's not parallel, or getting it there. If that's too much, I get it. Go ahead and leave it down. And then drop your chin, trace your collarbone, looking past your belly. Come up looking over the left shoulder, and maybe extend those fingers out. Yeah. Let's just take one more thing. The outside edge of this knee here, press it to the left wall. Right? So you're going to press it that way. Yeah, there we go. It's going to want to do this. So what I want you to do is to get it to come that way. All right, palm to the ceiling. Let's go into reverse. Reaching skyward. Nice. Bring that left hip up too. It's going to want to drop down. So bring that left hip up with it. Breathing deep. Okay, we windmill the arms. Lift that back heel. We're back to pushing the grocery cart lawnmower again. Going to peel that left arm up. Skyward. Twisted lunge. Don't let go of the chair. All right, both hands find the chair. Back to downward facing dog. Soften your knees. Any movement you need here, any kink you need to get out. And then we'll come to stillness. Slide the hands back to the thighs. You're going to bend your knees deeply. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Forward fold. Let's come right down the center. We're going to take this halfway rise. Slide up the legs. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Heart moves towards the chair. And then circle sweep. Come into chair pose momentarily. Stay here. You've got a beach ball you're going to hold right here. Let's drop it into your right hip. Reach it forward without moving the low half of your body. Drop it into the left hip. Reach it in front, all the way up. Drop it down your back. All the way down and shake out. Nice. Have a drink of water. Come back. Here's my water. Feet out wide, and first just turn the toes to the front, maybe even turn the toes just inward, ever so slightly, so you feel a little extra stretching through the outside. We're going to ride up on the balls of the feet and rock back down. Okay, and then lift the toes. Try to not to let the hips push out to the back, but just right up, lower down, lift the toes. Yeah, one more time. This time we ride back down. We're going to lift that right toe and turn it out to the side. So I have straight legs here. This heel is going to bisect that back foot. Yeah, maybe forward or back, whatever feels good to you. But that's in theory what we want. Yeah? All right. Extending the arms out. All right, bring them in. And now I'm going to bend into this front knee. Deep breath in and exhale. Maybe lift that toe if that feels good to you. And again, and then we're going to hold this warrior two this way. Palms to the front. Press the knuckles back. Lift the heart. And then we're going to windmill. So just touching the leg in the front and then touching the leg in the back. Try not to straighten that leg when you come back. And again, just touch. Beautiful. So nice. One more time. And coming back. This time I do want you to straighten the legs. We're going to do the same thing here with straight legs. And again. So I'm just really working this right here. And what we're going to notice is the difference between this and when we come into triangle pose. Okay, so coming right back up here, we hold this. Now, I'm going to push the hips over to the left, and my hand's going to come up here, yeah? Bring them right back up. Same thing, push the hips over to the left. Yes, you got it, you got it. And now we're going to windmill the arms, perfect. Turn the gaze to the front, use the chair if you need to, with either hand, and then turn the gaze. But my hips are pushing over to the left, which is going to give me a really nice inner thigh stretch here. Yeah. Breathing deep. Let's drop this arm around, come right back up, toes to the front. Take a little chest extension here. And then come back to wide standing mountain pose. Yeah? Remember how we looked when we were seated and standing? Now we have the same thing, just wide standing. Okay, I'm going to turn the toe. Deep breath in. Exhale. Toe comes right in the direction of the toe. So once again, it's not going to buckle in on you here. You're going to keep it coming over the toe. The toe can be turned in a little bit if that feels better to you. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, and we hold this. Okay, now we're going to get that upper body just right here, right there at the rib cage. That's where we are the most flexible. You can even do it with your hands here or with your arms up. One more. All right, so now straighten the leg. We're going to do the same thing here. Just holding firmly on the leg. So what I want you to do is really ground through the feet here. And again, it's just right up here in the ribs. Okay, now we're going to leave that left arm up. And coming into a triangle pose, what's going to happen? I'm going to push my hips over to the right. And don't be afraid, push them to the right. Come right back up. Oh, wow, you got your legs out there wide, lady, don't slip. Bring them in a little bit. We're going to be all the way down here in a minute. All right, hips are pushing this way, and we windmill the arms. Grab the ground, your shoes with your toes. All right, so you shouldn't feel this up here at all. You should feel a little inner thigh stretch, because if you notice, I have a straight spine from the crown of my head to the tailbone. Yeah, beautiful, lovely. Circle that around, come right back up, turn the toes to the front. Let's clap the hands firmly, and then out to star pose. Ta-da! Okay, one more time. Clap them and bring them down. Walk your feet in, downward facing dog, stepping back. Any movement you need that might feel good, little wiggle, bend the knees, straighten the legs, and then just come to stillness here. What I want you to do is try to ease up on the weight on your hands. So really fire on the abdominal muscles and your back. So it's almost like you could stand in this position without the chair. All right, not that I would ask you to do that, but just imagine that were the case. So you really fire on the body. Navel towards the spine, breathe into the back ribs because that belly's pulled in. One more breath. All right, bring the hands back to the thigh muscles, soften your knees, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Come right down the center, halfway rise. And then circle sweep into that chair pose. We're going to hold that beach ball right here in front. And then we're going to drop the beach ball to the right hip. Tuck the chin, back to the center, my knees are bent, over to the left, tuck your chin, over to the front, swing around to the back. I'm going to straighten my knees a little bit. I still have a little hinge. I'm holding that beach ball right behind, and then I'm just going to push through the toes and stand up nice and tall. Shake out. All right, let's grab another drink of water. We'll take one more balance. Okay, coming over to the right side of the chair here. I'm going to turn the toes out just a little bit here. And if we were coming into star pose, arms are out, right? Go ahead and lift the ribs up, lift the shoulders up, and then I want you to drop the shoulders and then connect the ribs to the hips. All right, so rise them up, shrink them in. Perfect. Elbows can bend, that's fine. Now from star pose, we're going to come into falling star, but nobody's fallen. Left hand on the chair. I'm going to push up to the right ball of my foot. And then maybe turn the gaze down to the ground. And then a little more, come towards the tip of the toe. And then maybe if you find it, go ahead and flex the foot. Now I have a little micro bend in my supporting leg. All right, reaching that right arm skyward here as best you can. You need the hand on the hip for the chair, that's okay too. Maybe turn the gaze to the front. Maybe turn the gaze a little more towards the ceiling. And breathe. All right. We're slowly going to float back to both arms. Nice. Walk the feet over to the other side. All right. So from here, we're going to take the same thing. The toes are turned out a little bit towards the diagonal of the room. Star pose. Lift everything up and then connect everything. Create a lot of space between the neck and the ribs and the hips are very connected. Bend the elbows, that's fine, that's fine. Breathing. Star pose. One more. All right, right hand on the chair. I'm going to push the right ball of the foot. You may take this and stay right there if you'd like. Take the gaze down towards the ground, or if you want to come to the tippy toe, you want to flex the foot. Maybe turn to the front of the room. Maybe turn the gaze a little more skyward. Don't let go of the chair. Yep. You can drop that toe down anytime. You can keep that hand on the hip. Whatever feels good. One more breath. All right. Slowly come back. Toes to the front and deep breath in. We're going to forward fold. Hands on the thigh muscles here. Tuck the tailbone around in the spine and roll all the way back up. We're going to take a little chest expansion here. So turn the palms to the back wall. And you have choices. You can clasp the hands. You can hold on to the thumb. Or you can slide your hands into your back pocket. If they're in your back pocket, draw the elbows back. If you have your hands clasped, slide the knuckles down towards the heels. Now, watch this hyperextension doesn't happen here. So keep the tailbone drawing towards the ground and just lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades in. Maybe lift the hands from the seat. It's up to you. And breathe. Now, release them slowly. You're not spring-loaded. And give yourself a hug. Breathe between the shoulder blades. All right, and then reach for the elbows. Lifting up. Over your head, that space comes between there. Your head comes between that space. All the way down. Shake out. Shake out. All right, grab a drink of water. We'll go ahead and sit back down and finish seated there. Okay, out to the edge of the seat. And we're going to take that again. We're going to clasp those arms right here. So I'm drawing outward on my elbows, but my hands are keeping them in. And the navel in towards the spine. And now I'm going to turn to the right. Take a deep breath in, take a little turn. Take another breath. Maybe a little more turn. Maybe one little more turn or stay right where you are. Keep the shoulders pressing downward. They're going to want to rise up by your ears, but release them away. Breathing deep. And then stay there using those core muscles and just release the hands down towards your legs, towards the chair. Yeah. Nice and tall. Still looking over that shoulder. Let's take this right hand and maybe slide it towards your tailbone. Maybe slide it over towards the left back pocket. And then take a nice deep breath in, the deepest one you've taken. And as you exhale, come back to the front. That's sort of what we would call a bind, and that creates more space, so we want to take another deep breath in. Okay, other side, same thing. Grab hold. I'm going to pull out on my elbows here, separate the shoulder blades. We'll go a little bit at a time. One breath will take us a little bit. And another one. And then maybe another one. Keep the shoulders pressing down. They're going to want to ride up here, but keep them down. Yeah. Now you're using those core muscles to stay there. Release the hands slowly down to the chair, to your thigh. And then with that left hand, maybe slide it towards the tailbone. Maybe slide it into your back right pocket. Maybe work a little deeper. Feel steady on both sit bones. You're not looking downward towards the ground. Breathing deep. All right, and slowly return to the front. Very nice. Hinge forward at the hips, squeezing the shoulder blades, palms to the earth, knuckles to the ceiling. And we'll circle sweep. Come all the way up. Deep breath. Up, it's going to come that knee. We're going to cross it over. Again, if this is not part of your practice, you have knee trouble, hip replacement, hip trouble, then you know just to keep that foot on the ground, that's just fine. Otherwise, I'm going to keep this toe flexed. And then I'm going to place one hand on my leg and maybe lift up just a little bit on the outside edge of that foot. It's up to you entirely. It'll help you get a little deeper stretch. Everything I'm going to offer is going to help you get a deeper stretch. So get off the train whenever you need to. All right? Sitting extremely tall. All right, that's really the key. So you're going to press that low back forward a little bit. And breathe. You want a little more hinge forward at the hips, leading with the heart. You'll feel a little deeper stretch then. One more time. All right, so out this leg goes to the very front, and we hold it. Use the chair. Use the chair. And then release it back down. Got a little stretch in the back of the leg. I'm going to hinge forward. Don't fall off, but you do need to be at the edge of the seat, all right? So hinge forward. You can go ahead and look down there at the leg, but then what I want you to do is bring the heart forward and look forward. So you have this little baby back bend. You're working the back, but you're also feeling a great stretch in the back of the leg. Nice. All right, and push right back up. All right, other leg comes up. Same thing on this leg. Get that settled in. I'm going to hold on and keep this foot flexed. For me, I have to protect my knee there. A little pressing out. And then let that low back press forward, like somebody's going to push on that pelvis back there and bring it forward. Sit extremely tall. Belly in, maybe hinge a little forward if you'd like. It's up to you entirely. Out it goes in front, and we're going to hold it there. So grab hold of the chair if you need to, and allow yourself to come nice and tall. You can bend the knee, you can drop it. What I really want is a nice straight spine. So that's what we always work with, is that straight spine, that mountain pose. Let it come to the ground. I'm going to hinge forward. I still have a straight spine. And maybe look down towards the toe first, and then let the heart come forward. Bless you. Come right back up. Let's walk the feet out a little bit. Hands on the, right there at the crease of the hip, elbows back, lift the heart. And then we're going to come into this forward fold. So I'm going to slide my hands towards the front of the knees, maybe lower, but I want you to imagine you are laying over a great big beach ball. So you're going to round that back and pull that navel in. Take a breath into the back ribs. Really feel it stretch. And then exhale, roll right back up. Nice and tall. Let's just move around just a little bit here. One more. And then switch and go the other way. I like to do this with my eyes closed because it's almost like I feel my brain going around. It's creepy, but it's really interesting, I think.
Like the little kids when you fall on the floor.
Yeah. One more time. All right. Walking your feet together. And let's scoot all the way back to the back. A little more work on the legs and feet, swinging them out, pushing on the gas and the brake. Clutch. I forget what Byron told me. Yeah. Wiggling your toes. Yeah. And then a little swing. Now, if you're tall, I know it's tough to do. But those of us that aren't quite that tall, works pretty good. You know, Byron used to take 2 chairs, too. Try that. All right, all the way out. Let's drop the left. I'm going to, with my right hand, drop the left leg. And with my left hand, I'm going to reach towards the toes, turn and look over the shoulder. So opposition, yeah. No, other hand. There you go. Doesn't matter as long as you got opposition. You're going. And then we'll take the other side, swing it out, reach, and look towards the wall. Breathing deep. So I'm not hinging over together. I'm just reaching towards it, really. Okay, then settle right back in. Yeah, and your hands. Wiggle your fingers. I have a very funny story. I got a kick out of it. And my husband, or my son, my oldest son, he used to work at Giancarlo's, and he was catering a wedding or a reception there, and everybody was sitting around the table. There were a ton of people, and everybody needed something. And one lady goes, "Where's the champagne?" And he said, "I just wanted to go." He didn't, but he wanted to. So I think of that every time. All right, settle on back into the back of the chair. Take a nice deep breath in. Oh Lord, ready me for this new day, this new week. Close your eyes. Relax the muscles of the jaw and the face, the eyebrows. Just feel them let go. And let that translate into the shoulders. Let that front body sink to the back body. The legs begin to relax a little bit more. Begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. And then bring the hands together at the heart, dropping your chin to your chest. You had one word, one phrase you started with this morning. Just recall that once again. Oh Lord, ready me for this new day. Namaste, friends.
Namaste.
Fun class. Great class. Thank you all for coming. So lovely to have you back again. Welcome back. Okay, I'll see you again Wednesday, 9:15. I'll be here for a circuit class. What is circuit?